Welcome back, traders and investors. No, we're not going to talk about Nvidia today, but about similar things. So if you think you've been missing out on the AI trade, on the AI train, on the AI boom, and you have seen the headlines, you've seen the charts, take a look at Nvidia, how it's been growing and growing and growing. Also, if you look at Microsoft, growing and growing and growing and growing, and you thought to yourself, it's too late, the AI boom is over. Well, my fellow traders and investors, that is a big mistake to think. What you've seen is the tip of the 15 trillion iceberg, the fundamental and the foundations for the AI companies that had their run, yes, but the real opportunities are still out there. The retail investors like you and I have the chance to still find those multi-baggers that we're looking for. So in this video, I'm going to not just go ahead and give you some hype, but I'm going to give you my proven framework on analyzing AI stocks and showing you the massive red flags that everyone is missing, and most importantly, I'm revealing 3 high potential AI stocks that are perfectly positioned for the next explosion and the next leg up high in 2025-2026. So stick around to the end of the video, because I'm also going to reveal a pick that, well, nobody's talking about, but it's out there. Pretty much out there. It's so obvious. Now, before you invest one single dollar in this entire huge sector of AI, you need a framework, okay? So the best way to analyze a AI landscape is through what I call the 3 pillars of AI investing. Now, if any company does not fit these pillars, you should probably just pass. So pillar number 1, I'm just going to use these pillars as representation. So pillar number 1 would be infrastructure. Why infrastructure? Think of the companies who build the roads, and that is infrastructure. Now, this is the hardware, the specialized chips, the cooling systems, even the data centers. Okay, so that's pillar number 1. The companies like Nvidia and AMD are the obvious leaders, but we're looking for the suppliers, the component manufacturers, the data center specialists that they are riding their coattails. Okay, now pillar number 2 is application. Why application? These are the companies taking raw power and AI and building products we use every day. Because that's what we need AI to make our lives easier, better, quicker. And think of an AI-powered healthcare diagnostic tool. How amazing that would be. Or a next-gen consumer chatbot. Now, this sector is massive and is where you'll find the most volatility, but also the most probable growth. Now, let's move on to pillar number 3, which are, of course, picks and shovels. Like in the gold rush, not those who were trying to follow the gold made the most money, but those who sold them the picks and the shovels. Now, during the gold rush, this phenomenon was exactly the same. These are niche companies providing essential non-hardware services that specialize, for example, in cloud hosting, the data labeling, or the cybersecurity for the models. Now, they have less risk, but still ride the wave. So now let's dive into the company or the very first pick at the AI infrastructure play, which falls firmly under the infrastructure play. This is the crucial supplier for specialized components needed for next-gen data centers. And that stock is Micron Technology, ticker symbol MU. So let's dive into the picks, and starting with our first AI pick, Micron, which falls firmly under the infrastructure umbrella. This is a crucial supplier of high bandwidth memory, HBM. Now, these chips are needed for next-gen AI accelerators. The reason I think that over the next few years they will have a giant leap, well, it's simple. They are essential for every major player like Nvidia, AMD, and also major cloud players. Yet the market cap, if you take a look right here, is just 252 billion as of today. Okay, now running a double or a triple from here wouldn't be that hard for the company. The HBM products are seeing unprecedented demand, with the CEO predicting several years of supply constraint due to their AI build-out. Now, this backlog of demand makes the future revenue incredibly predictable. And if you also take a look at yearly, they are predicting to grow from 70.24 2026 to 20.9 and 23.7 accordingly. Now, this is more than 10% jump from 2027 to 2028 for the earnings per share, and also their revenue 54 this 2026, 63 2027, 67 2028, and 72 in 2029. Now for AI stock pick number 2, application leader, and of course this is Palantir. The company is the leader in applications. So ticker symbol PLTR, with currently sitting at $163 a share. It did have a pretty good correction the last couple of days, and they are revolutionizing how large enterprises and governments even use their data with their proprietary AI models, specifically their AIP, artificial intelligence platform. Now, their value proposition is that they don't sell AI, they sell the solution, organizing massive complex data sets and giving actionable insights, because that's what we need. We need AI to make our lives easier and to be more productive. So in the past 12 months, looking at the yearly chart, what a run they had, because they are the US commercial revenue machine, and the revenue is just exploding, more than doubling year over year, as you can see here in the charts. What a company. Now, they have often embedded within a company's data architecture, making them extremely difficult to replace, because they are achieving profitability, they're achieving profitability. And a key mode in this speculative sector is that they are actually profitable. Now, finally, my favorite, the one that nobody is actually really talking about, it's Arista Network, my last but not least pick in the hidden picks and shovels play. This is safe but high growth option. So Arista Network, ticker symbol ANET, they specialize in high speed, ultra low latency data center networking gear. So why is this a no-brainer? Because every high-speed AI chip, like the ones Micron and Nvidia make, need to talk to every other chip, and they all need to talk to the memory. So Arista's switches, the routing system, the switches and the routing systems are plumbing that makes this possible at scale. Now, this makes the revenue actually incredibly predictable, and this is why the projected growth is massive for the next couple of years. Take a look here at the yearly chart, 2025 to $2.8 a share, then $3.36 a share in 2026, then $4.4 a share in 2027, and $4.97 a share in 2028. So also annual growth from 8.89 billion in 2025 to 10.87 billion in 2027, 13 billion in 2027. The 2027 previous is 2026 was with 10.87 billion, and a estimated 2028 with 15.66 billion for Arista Network. This makes their revenue incredibly strong. They just announced massive contracts with the hyperscalers, Amazon, Meta, and Microsoft, so showing that they are the dominant choice for the AI data centers tomorrow. Now, okay, before we wrap up, you need to hear about the biggest red flag here, that cloud signals, they could signal a true AI bubble. It's the hype to adoption gap. Okay, so the gap between the hype and the adoption. Now, we are seeing incredible enthusiasm, but we are also seeing real world profit generation. We're not seeing real world profit generation yet. Okay, so nobody's really making profit. The only ones who are making profits are those that are providing the picks and shovels, are those that are providing the chips, and those that are providing the infrastructure. But we don't see Adobe really making money with AI. That is why Adobe stock is down in price, and everything that is AI and just selling picks and shovels are up in price. The real red flag here is when companies start talking about AI, but their actually profit margins are declining. Or worse, their revenue is purely based on vaporwave or stock promises. The free stocks that I just showed you are actually backed up by real revenue and growing profits. Just take a look at their backlogs. That's how we protect our capital. Look, the AI revolution is the biggest wealth generating event of our lifetimes, at least for my lifetime. So don't be the person who says I missed it, because we're still in it. We're not missing anything. If we participate, we're not missing it. Now, if this video gave you any kind of value, then please hit that like button. And now I'm going to show the last one of the companies that I think it's kind of in a picks and shovel kind of a infrastructure play there. That company is GE Vernova. Now, GE Vernova, it actually has multiple subsidiaries. So GE Vernova is split off from GE, or GE was split up into GE Vernova, GE Healthcare, and GE Aerospace. And GE Vernova makes those damn turbines that they actually booked out to 2029. Okay? GE Vernova makes those turbines that are powering the entire energy that is needed for the AI play. Basically, they build gas turbines. So I'm still promising that I'm going to create a energy portfolio. You heard me in my previous videos. That is purely a play on drillers, providers, generators, infrastructure, pipeline, how energy will be created, serviced, and maintained throughout this AI ecosystem. Because there also has to be a split between the energy that is provided to us and the energy that is provided to the AI players. Okay, so GE Vernova is my last pick. Definitely keep an eye on this company. It has had a little bit of a pullback, not that big of a pullback. Take a look here at the super chart. So should you allocate some money here? Already had a nice run up here. I would love it to come down to the 200-day moving average, hitting this red line at $508 a share. I would be a buyer again of GE Vernova. I bought it, I sold it. So as you can see in the chart, they're a pretty new company, released only, they came out on the market, not on the stock market, okay? They're an older company, but they are on the stock market from April 2024. And since then, from $110 a share went up to $500 something a share, 600. So this was back in August 2025, a 5-bagger in roughly 1 year. Okay, could this be a 10-bagger? I don't know. Let's just keep it on our radar. And ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. I'm Norbert Menhart. I build and protect wealth right here at Wealth Thumb. Like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. And stay safe out there. Catch you next time. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.